What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sports Talk 101. In today's video, we'll look at some more preview prediction. I'm actually getting to as much as I can to these preview prediction, both for the NFL and both for um, the college football. Today we'll look at college football today. I have done Georgia, I've done Alabama, I've done Louisville, I've done Clemson. So I've done a bunch of teams. Okay, you can go ahead and our YouTube channel. I'm a YouTube channel. I have a playlist called 2025 College Football Preview Prediction. Go check them out. It should be a list of all teams done. More videos coming out. So stay tuned for that. We are gonna look at some college football today, and today's team will be the Michigan State Spartans out of East Lansing. Jonathan Smith, year two. He had a. Let's talk about this. He comes in. So the whole Mal Tucker situation. They bring in Jonathan Smith, who comes from Oregon State. He did a good job at Oregon State. I'll give him credit. I'll give him credit to do. He did a good job at Oregon State. Had a fantastic season a few years back. Unbelievable season. So, which I'll give credit there. Comes to Michigan State. The last year was, look, I think it was 11-1 a year before, Oregon State whole thing. Comes into Michigan State, 5-7, not a great year. It was wasn't the greatest year under Jonathan Smith in his first year. Look, don't get me wrong, he's a good coach. He did an excellent job. Again, he comes down to Michigan State program has been down in the dumps and you come from the whole Matt Tucker situation. Go from Mark Antonio to Matt Tucker, had one good year, really terrible year. Then you bring in Jonathan Smith. I feel like Jonathan Smith is going to turn this thing around. Okay, I think Jonathan Smith is going to turn this around. He's going to turn around this program. What he did, like, it may not be exactly how he did it in Michigan State, but oh god, okay, we did it. Okay, say Michigan State, but I think he can come and turn the program around. And it starts with recruiting. All right, 42 overall in recruiting and 28 in transfer portal. Not a bad start. All right. Starting off with, there you go. So pretty interesting recruiting class. All right. 11 goalies, no 5 stars, but decent recruiting class. Of course, less of a tent, a pretty good job of less of a tent. And then cleaned up nicely in the transporter, getting Kai Rios, tight end from Indiana State, Devon Conrad, safety from Texas Tech, Devontae Virus Nash, corner from East Carolina, Cam Williams, edge from Georgia State, Alex Smith, edge from Texas Tech, Chasey Veers, safety from Bowling Green, Pinnacle, corner from UTSA, Joshua Eaton, corner from Texas State, Connor Moore, of a tackle from Northern Montana State, Rodney Bullet Jr., wide receiver in Michigan State, Evan Bowie, wide receiver from Central Michigan, Isa Moore, linebacker from BYU, David Santiago, edge from Air Force, Annalie Lafayette, edge from Wisconsin, Malcolm Bell, the corner from UConn, Matt Glublin, the tail lineman from Wake Forest, Najee Butt, corner from AC Illinois, Grady Kelly, defensive lineman from Florida State, Caleb Carter, tail lineman from Western Carolina, Elijah Tau Silva, running back from Second one, State. Christian McCray, wide receiver, Kent State. Luca Vinnick, lineman, Oregon State, and Amari Kelly, wide receiver from Middle Tennessee. So, pretty good job in the transfer portal. Decent in the Curry class. Coming off, look at last year's schedule, went 5-7, like I said, 3-6 Big Ten. Wins against FAU, Maryland, Fairview, Iowa, and Purdue. That's the only wins they got. Heading to 25, I think they can turn this around. This is a bowl. This team is bowl eligible. This team can make a bowl game. I know they have the whole Aiden Chili's. I don't think it's the team anymore, but I think he's taking this team to a bowl game. I think if Michigan State can make a bowl game this year, that'd be an achievement, first achievement right now. Really good achievement for Michigan State and Johnson and Company. Smith, he's capable of turning this team around. He's a great coach, like I said. Great year, 2 years at great season at 11-1 and 10-2 in the past. 9 to 10 plus win team over at Oregon State. Comes over to take over the program at Michigan State. I truly believe that he can turn around this program. The win total heading to 2025 for Michigan State, let's see here, I believe is 5.5. I'm gonna take it over. I think they can win 5.5 games. I think it's make a bowl game. I don't get schedule yet, but I feel like they can make a bowl game. And look at the schedule. Yep, I think that's gonna happen. They make a bowl game. So let's do this. Tools. Okay, do this and move. Well, that's convenient. Oh wait, hold on. Let me do this again. That's fine. Okay, so you start season Western. First 3 games at home, non-con games. All right, you get the first 3 non-con. First 3 games are non-con. 3 non-con games. Home against Western. Home against Boston College. Home against Youngest State. Then you can start the first road game and first conference game is on the road in USC. They get a bye week. Now the bye week, I love. Okay, here's the 2 things I look at schedule. Who's non-con? Where the place is schedule. Where the road games are. In terms of conference, where the road games, where the home games are. Where does the bye week fall? Remember, you get 2 bye weeks just because of the way the college football lands. But I truly believe that this bye weeks are placed at a really good place. I'll tell you why. Let's put it over under 5.5. You play first 4 games. You're on the road, USC. Come up with a win. You gotta go on the road in Nebraska. Right between. I like this. You gotta go from West Coast, come back to the Midwest, take on Nebraska. I like this for the travel purposes and time change purposes. You get a bye week, and any injuries you have in the first 4 weeks. It's an early bye week, but the bye week's place. I like it. Place. If they get 5 games. They get 5 games to play. You got at Nebraska, home against UCLA. Go back on the road, Indiana. Home against your in-state rival, Michigan State. Battle for the Paul Bunyan Trophy. Then you go back on the road in Minnesota. Then you get your bye week. The second bye week is perfectly placed for 2 reasons. One, it's right after the Minnesota game. Any injuries you have, come from any of these 5 games, you rest the players. Any last 3 game season. Now you have 3 games last season. Out of which one of them is a home game, and against Penn State. You get a bye week right before the Penn State. Get a bye week before a really big game like the Penn State game is very crucial. I like that. I like that a lot. It's very strategically placed. But good news for Sparta is they got start season 3-0 heading into the USC game. You win the first 3 games. You beat Washington, Boston, State. Now all of these 3 teams, Western can be a good. All these 3 teams, I think Western is the best non-con team right now. Other team. Youngstown State is not a bad team. The okay team, not greatest team. Boston College is not the world's greatest team. Western Michigan, not the world's greatest team, but obviously I think they're the better matchup out of these 3. There's a conference game. I just don't think you'll beat USC. It's on the road. Good news is you got a bye week, hoping to bounce back. You're going to lose to Nebraska. Now here's the good news: you're 3-2, heading into your USLA game. This is where things start to shape up. This is where I think you win 6 games. I think you'll beat USLA. Now you go on the road against Indiana. Here's the tricky part. This USA game, looking at a trap game, this is it. It's sandwiched in between two road games. Look, if you let's say you come off, let's say you lose. In this case, you're losing to Nebraska. You come off an emotional road loss to Nebraska. You come home. You play USLA. Then you gotta play them, right? You said it should be easy win, but not great. I know they've got that Nico Maliva from Tennessee. I think you can win this one. Okay. But the following weekend, you got to turn around, win the home against USLA, then come back and play Indiana on the road. That's not easy task to do. Let's say you come off an emotional loss to Nebraska, and you get a lot of Michigan State does not get caught looking. They can easily go back wins, and beat USLA and beat Indiana. Okay, I truly believe that. Okay, I truly believe you can go beat USLA, beat it, and then they get faced to come back home to come, in-state rival Michigan the following week. But going on the road Indiana is not a task. I know Indiana good team last year. I don't know what I'm expecting from Indiana next year. I have no idea what Coach Nagy's going to do. Okay, I know he's going off year, great year last year. We'll find out what he does. I don't know if he can replicate that next year because it's one of the hardest things to do in college football. And now with the NIL, with expense and everything now changing in college football. My point is, this is a trap game. If you look at a trap game, I think this is it. It's right between the Nebraska game. If you got caught looking to Indiana game, you could lose this game. But I don't think so. The good news is you can have you come go on the road Indiana. I think you get the win. I think you go on the road and beat Indiana, and then you're gonna lose the games. You'll lose to Michigan, kind of bye week. So you lose to Michigan, but go back on the road, beat Minnesota right there, 3-3, 6 wins right there. Look, by November 1st, your goal right now is make a bowl game. At bare minimum, make a bowl game. That's Michigan State's goal. You're not with the Big Ten, you're not going to make the playoffs. It's simple as that. Your goal is, this is 2025, is what? Make a bowl game. Gotta do that? Gotta win 6 games? They're going to do that right by the Minnesota game. Could by you get 3 games last season. Could you lose all 3? And finish the season 6-6? Absolutely. Could finish the season, actually, you know what? Well, as of now, good. You're 6-7 now. You're going to lose to Penn State. I just don't think you'll beat Penn State. They go on the road. Iowa. Now, that's a tough place to play. I think you'll lose this one. And I think you'll lose to Maryland. Maryland's just a bad team. You go 6-6. Hey, that's a good record. That's better than last year. Better than go 6-5-7 last year. But the good news, go 6-6 is you made a bowl game. That's Michigan State's goal. Is a bare minimum from any team. That's Michigan State. It's always every goal. Okay, make a bowl game. Now, that's great. Make a bowl game is the bare minimum. And what team really wants to do? Every team wants to, right? But then look at teams like Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, USC, Oklahoma, Alabama, Georgia, your LSU's, your Oregon's. What do they have coming? Yeah, one point of their goal is to make a bowl game. Right? Now that's great. Those teams' goal is to make a playoff. That's great. Not just one, but every single year. And no, win playoffs, win the conference, make a playoffs, beat the rival teams, and go win the national championship. Those are those teams' goal. Michigan State, unfortunately, that's not the goal this year. And it's not going to be. Look, I know every team wants to win the national championship game, make the playoff. But I don't think Michigan State. It's going to be a while before Michigan State makes the bowl game, playoffs. That's my 50 cents on it. My 50 cents on this Michigan State team is to make a bowl game. Because they're not Georgia. They're not Michigan. They're not Ohio State. They're not Penn State. They're not Alabama. They're not even Oregon. These are playoff teams. Teams that win and win out, make a bowl game every year, go on to the playoff, and go on to win a national championship. These teams may win a national championship at some point or another. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Is Michigan State bare minimum in big bowl game. I don't think you make playoffs. You had that pushing team, Matt Tucker with the whole Ken Walker situation. That was going up to make the playoffs, but he didn't. And I don't think they can make the playoffs soon. Well, that's the total thing. I'm sorry. That's the facts. Shouldn't say you want, but that's what I see. I believe it. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button up. I am Sports Like One signing out. See you next video. Peace.